Going over different types of coin features, today's coin being XRP. Now, the features associated with XRP include decentralized exchanges, rippling, gateways, issued assets, escrow, consensus, and hooks. Now, going through a lot of these different features, in XRP, rippling and decentralized exchanges is one of the primary portions of XRP that allows it to give it a lot of the utility and power. In this decentralized exchange, you have a function called rippling that will allow you to essentially make micro transactions in the mix of broader transactions. So as an example, let's say you had me over here who wanted to buy some bread from somebody. And I wanted to buy that bread with some milk derivatives, but they don't take milk derivatives. Well, a certain aspect of the XRP ledger, if I was essentially going to make a transaction and use the XRP ledger to help facilitate this transaction, will allow me to use rippling. So while I'm in mid-transaction with the person for their bread, I could actually exchange that milk derivative for cash for somebody on the network who's willing to pay for the milk derivative, and then basically fulfill the payment in cash with whatever the merchant was willing to accept in the first place. Now, this is quite an interesting feature, and not a feature not a lot of people really know about. Now, another feature of the XRP ledger are gateways. Now, what are gateways? Gateways are essentially a middleman between the blockchain systems and the traditional banking systems. So what we've got here is we've got the XRP ledger over here, we've got the traditional fiat system over here, and then we've got some application in the middle. This could be a bank, this could be an app, this could be somebody who's got some cash in their pocket and they're willing to help you with some digital exchanges as some sort of broker. But all it really means is somebody's going to be brokering fiat assets and digital assets. And this broker is called the gateway. Now, why are gateways important? Well, gateways are essentially going to be the payment providers of the future for when it comes to the cross between blockchain technologies and traditional technologies. And usually they're going to be the ones working in the middle with basically taking old infrastructure and moving it into the new infrastructure. These are gateways. Now we've got issued assets, my favorite. Now with issued assets on the XRP ledger, the native asset is XRP itself, but you're also able to issue assets of whatever you want. You can issue stocks, you can issue bonds, you can issue currencies, you can issue commodities, you can issue NFTs, you can issue whatever you want. And essentially what this is it's really no different than an issued document piece of paper state of ownership of whatever that asset may be. It's just listed on the decentralized network as that listed object, whatever that may be, stock, bond, commodity, whatever. Then we have escrow. Now the escrow portion is actually quite interesting because you can actually use the XRP ledger to programmatically escrow certain assets, including XRP, to be released at a later time. Now with this sort of feature, it actually allows you to create sort of a pseudo smart contract feature in which you're able to essentially have a XRP account release XRP to another XRP account programmatically over time. This could have a lot of different use cases, but usually the biggest use cases would have to be if you wanted to make automatic payments to some sort of provider on a timely basis or on a scheduled basis. You could do this with the escrow feature by being able to take certain assets, escrow them, and then at a certain given time they can essentially be issued to whoever they need to be issued to. Also, we have consensus. Now, consensus is a feature that's native to all blockchain technologies, but the thing that's different with XRP is the XRP consensus works a tad bit differently. Now, instead of being proof of work or proof of stake, it has a native consensus algorithm. Now, this native consensus algorithm runs every 5 seconds throughout the network, gaining consensus for all the transactions that are happening within these 5 seconds. And each node on the network holds a shard or a portion of the overall ledger, but doesn't hold a copy of the overall ledger as a whole. So what's happening is this native algorithm is getting consensus among all the different nodes, all at the same time, all with their shared pieces of data, all creating this giant mesh piece that is the decentralized network. And in doing so, it helps you give this great performance because it's able to essentially take the shared data amongst all these different nodes and consistently be able to check and make sure that all the data is working in tandem and working and being able to be checked constantly over and over again to be sure that it's authentic. But this is another quite interesting feature. Now, the last feature are hooks. And hooks are what make XRP act a bit like a smart contract without actually having to be a smart contract platform. Now, what does this mean? Now, hooks will actually allow you to essentially set triggers on certain accounts when certain events may happen. Let's say money is sent to an account. Well, you can essentially send a trigger. Now, what may this trigger do? Well, all it really is just basically giving a notification saying something happened. Well, why is this important? Well, you can actually use a smart contract platform to trigger these hooks for certain smart contract needs. So let's say you're using the Flare smart contract platform, and you wanted to make sure that you're able to maintain certain automations based off of certain payments that may be coming in XRP. Let's say somebody makes a monthly payment in XRP to a certain account, and they're able to use a hook to essentially trigger a smart contract on another platform, this platform being Flare, to essentially execute whatever automation that may be, even though XRP itself isn't necessarily a smart contract native platform. That's what makes hooks quite interesting, because not only are you able to interoperate with Flare, XDC or Corda, Ethereum, really any other smart contract platform will allow you to essentially set off these triggers and essentially give you this level of automation on a liquidity platform. Now, I hope you like some of the features I went over. I hope you were able to learn something.